Hey, hey guys, it's your flashy fashion reporter, Kathy Cat. And as you can see, we're in a Japanese izakaya today. And today we're going to learn something special. We're going to learn about Japanese ninja ice and Japanese perfect highballs and why they go so well together. So what is ninja ice? What are Japanese highballs? Let's find out today. To first find out about the secret of Japanese ninja ice, I went to a place called Noge Sangyo in Yokohama City. At this place, they handle the ninja ice called KORIYA JUNPYO. It means it is professional, authentic, pure ice. Why is the ice professional? It's because they need a real master's license to make this particular type of ice. Konnichiwa, Katty Cat desu. This is Tatsuo Watanabe, the ice meister of Yokohama. He is now in his 70s and has a career of ice crafting for about 60 years. これすごいでかい！大きいですね。これ何キロですか？135キロですね。135キロ？ His specialty is in cutting the ninja ice. He cuts several tons of ice every day and delivers ninja ice to restaurants, bars, hotels, and more. Now, ninja ice cannot be perfected without his skill. So let's go a little bit more behind the scenes and ask the ninja ice meister, Mr. Watanabe.
そうです。
よし、じゃあぜひ自分のスキルを見せてください。
はい。それでは切ります。
おーい。
I was surprised how he cuts the ice without any hesitation. He can also cut the ice without looking at scales and such, because he said after 60 years in his career, he remembered the measurements by heart. He first cuts large heavy blocks into smaller blocks with practiced precision, and then later he also cuts away any impurities or things that were touched by the floor, and so the customers can get a clean and pure product.
And the oh my goodness! He's got goodness. 手で？よいしょ。This looks like glass. じゃあもう専門店にこのサイズで頼まれたんですか？
そうです。これは今2本入れて、こっち3本。お店によっては2本、2本。で、1本、1本。いろんな、スタイルがあります。
おー。Look at that. It's so clear and it reflecting the light. It is like a brick of glass. It looks beautiful.
Let me take a look into the large-size fridge. The inside temperature is kept at a freezing -17 degrees. And he explained to me how those large ice blocks are made.
なんで空気入ってないんですか？
空気はここに入ってます。まずこの氷のお水はきれいに浄化した水道水なんですよ。
How exactly to make ninja ice is kind of a top secret, but Mr. Watanabe gave us some pointers. First of all, the water is pure tap water. Afterwards, the water is further filtered to get rid of any other impurities. They keep circulating the air in the water while freezing it. They get rid of the condensed water in the central part. They get rid of the condensed water in the central part to further filter out more impurities. Fresh water is filled into the center. Cooling the inside and the outside of the water equally, it takes about 48 hours to create one such block of ice.
そうするとこの氷ができます。
それ結構手間かかりますね。
そうですね。製氷機ってあるんですけど、まあ一般的によくお店に、あれは周りから冷やすから真ん中が穴が開いたり柔らかいんです。
そうですか。
で溶けるのが真ん中からどんどん溶けるんです。我々の純氷は溶けにくい。でクリーンなお水を使っている。なので硬くて美味しい。匂いもない。やはりお客さんの口に入るものですので、バクテリアとか菌がないようにクリーンにきれいにして、でなおかつ長持ちするようないい氷を作るために純氷で絶えず皆さん努力してますね。
This particular special type of ice is called KORIYA JUNPYO. KORIYA means ice craftsman and JUNPYO means pure ice. Now what does it taste like? Let's find out.
It looks like a jewel. 全然違います。味がついてない。ピュアな感じ。Yeah, it tastes like really pure. When I said it tastes really pure, the director said, well, Jun means pure. And that's, you know, pure. What this ice is. It's pure ice. So, fascinating.
I learned a lot about Ninja Ice. Thank you, Mr. Watanabe. And here in Yokohama, there are many shops where you can try and taste how good Ninja Ice really is. The best way to enjoy Ninja Ice is in a Japanese highball. So let's go and see why Japanese Ninja Ice makes such a change to a Japanese highball. Let's find our first Ninja Ice highball and enjoy it together with some real traditional Japanese food. I have heard about a great place in Yokohama. KIFUNESUSHI has been located in Yokohama for more than 40 years. If you look at the master's hands, you can tell he makes genuine sushi. The owner knows how to perfectly match Japanese sushi with Japanese highballs, and this combination is a customer favorite. To my surprise, genuine sushi and a great highball is a perfect combo.
Oh, すごい。ありがとうございます。もはや絵じゃないですか。This is so good. Because the highball doesn't have a strong sweet flavor or tangy flavor. It works really well together with sushi because sushi has a very subtle flavor. It doesn't overpower the sushi. It goes perfectly with it.
I did not know that whiskey and sushi are matching so well. On that note, let's find out a little bit more about Japanese highballs and why it is one of the most popular drinks in Japan, and why it's even better with Ninja Ice.
A highball is also something for the calorie-conscious people because beer, in about 100 milliliters of beer, you find around 39. And then if you look at the highball, that's around 45. And red wine is around 68 calories, depending on which type of alcohol you choose. What makes a big difference in this equation is that the carbohydrate content is actually very different. So beer, you have about 3.1 gram of carbohydrates in the drink. For red wine, it's only 1.5 gram of carbohydrates and around 100 milliliters. But for the whiskey highball, it can be around 0 gram. So that actually makes a big difference, and it also makes a big difference here because the carbohydrates is what usually gets you. すみません、こちらのお客様、女性もハイボール頼んだりしますか？
そういう方いらっしゃいますよ。
どっちの方が多いんですか？
男性の方が多いですけど、女性も結構飲まれますね。
We often get told that red wine has a lot of polyphenol, which is supposed to like be good for your body or a little bit more healthy. That's why some people actually select red wines. But actually what a lot of people don't know is that polyphenol also is contained in whiskey and therefore also in a highball. That's because they are made in a barrel and the liquid extracts the polyphenol from the wood. So you actually have that, and you actually have those health benefits in, well, not just in wine, but also in a whiskey highball. おー、この氷はもしかして？
氷屋さんの氷です。
おー、ぜひ一つください。
はい。
なんでわざわざ氷屋さんの氷にしたんですか？
やっぱりね、溶けにくいですね、氷が。それとやっぱ見た目も綺麗だしっていうことで、お客様の評判は圧倒的に氷屋さんの氷の方が上ですね。
Woohoo! And that's how you'll enjoy it at a sushi place. 作り方の秘密は？
真心です。
おお。シュワシュワシュワ。I can't see the ice anymore. It's totally gone. Can you see the ice? Because I can't. You can only tell that there's ice on it from the top. Oh, wow. So, because of the wooden barrels and the polyphenol in the drink, we kind of have like a foresty flavor and smell to it. Like the aroma has like a foresty note to it. And a lot of people say like that forestiness, that wooden earthiness gives them some sort of relaxation as well in their drink. After seeing all these tasty looking ice cubes, you just want to drink something that has the ice cubes in it, right? So, cheers! Kanpai! Wow. So because of the barrels and the polyphenol in it, it has a very foresty note to it. Some people even call it like, it's a little bit like forest bathing, which is a Japanese tradition of where you go into the forest and you breathe in and you feel relaxed, and that kind of earthy note in it you can taste. And can you hear that sound of the ice? That's one of those really refreshing sounds that reminds you of summer and a cooling drink. And so, more relaxation.
Bar Tailor's elaborate design concept makes customers feel as if they are visiting a classy Italian tailor. It has the feeling of going to a posh tailor and a tasteful bar all rolled into one great experience.
So the entrance looks just like a posh tailor, and then you come in and we're in a really posh bar. よろしくお願いします。じゃあ今日の動画のテーマはハイボールなので、はい、ハイボール一つください。
かしこまりました。
なんか自分の作り方の特徴とかなんかありますか？
そうですね。まずはもちろんJUNPYOを使ってでこう長くカットして成形して。
The bar attendant already knows how to handle ninja ice the best way, but how will he make the ice disappear? Let's see.
And the ice has pretty much disappeared. Look at that. 氷消えましたね。
そうですね。こうやはりJUNPYOを使ってね、綺麗に。
ありがとうございます。You guys know and I know that there's this huge cube of ice still in here, but we can't see it anymore. It's invisible. And that's why some people even call it the ninja ice, because it just becomes invisible.
So what actually is a highball and why is it so popular in Japan? No, first of all, highball is based on whiskey, of course, and you guys might know how good Japanese whiskey is. They've really made a name for themselves over the last couple of years. But what makes it different with a highball? Now, if you think about it, whiskey has around 40% of alcohol depending on the type of whiskey. Now, the image of whiskey is quite luxurious. For example, having a handsome gentleman sitting at a bar with the right lighting, having a glass of whiskey in their hand, maybe with a diamond-shaped ice cube in it. Having some whiskey on the rocks might be a little bit luxurious for younger drinkers, so university students and such who just are allowed to drink but maybe can't afford to have whiskey straight. But with the highball, we get the whiskey, we get carbonated water, and we get some ice in it. That makes a perfect mix and also brings down the high percentage of the alcohol from around 40% down to 5 to 10% depending on how you mix it. Trend-wise, around the 2000s is actually when whiskey was trending, and it spread across the world and also in Japan. Now, at that time, Japan was struggling a little bit economy-wise, and so people were trying to find a way to still keep up their drinking culture without having to splash out too much. And that's also when the highball became popular, because it was a mix of the luxurious alcohol, but also with carbonated water and ice in it as well. There are many origin stories of the whiskey highball, and probably the most known one comes from Scotland. There's a saying that people were golfing and they had a new drink mixing whiskey and carbonated water, and one of them was striking the ball, it flew up high and it fell into the drink, and so it became a highball. Now, at this bar, there's no such thing as a table charge, but when you come to Japan, there might be a place where you go to that has a table charge, and you might not see it right at the door, but sometimes they have it in their menu that tells you, okay, we take 300 yen, 500 yen, 600 yen or more table charge, which is a plus alpha price that you have to pay for being there. Usually you get a little snack with it. The most standard one is have some edamame beans there, but sometimes it's small salads or similar things. And with that one, you kind of pay for a table charge as well. Just calculate that in when you go for drinks, because it will up the price a little bit per person. Japan has a unique drinking culture. Even in cafes, you can enjoy highballs as they're very popular. The O Cafe in Yokohama is renowned for being one of the few places that sell tasty gluten-free foods and drinks. For them, it is important to serve their drinks with Ninja Ice too. Let's have a look and test the best combination of gluten-free food, highballs, and ice.
So you can actually really see the difference once you put hot liquid or liquid in it. On this side, the glass was full with ice cubes, but now it's only a couple of ice cubes floating on the top. Well, this one was also full with ice cubes, but they're all still there and barely have melted. That's already a massive difference. Okay, let's go for the normal one first. Tastes good. It's really different. What? How? Yeah. So this one, you can kind of like, it has a stronger kind of side taste, where this one just is the pure taste of the actual drink that you're supposed to have. Of course, like this one's been in the fridge, you know, there might be, you know, different things influencing the ice and the drink, but this one is the drink as it is, just with the pure clean ice in it.
Because the ice from KORIYA JUNPYO is made with pure water, it leaves the flavor of the drink just as it is, and it doesn't change and hamper the original taste. It tastes exactly of nothing, but in a good way. Like ninjas are the masters of hiding, the Ninja Ice is the master of hiding in liquids, but it never tampers the taste and the flavors, whether it is a coffee or a highball.
The 3 ingredients you need to make a successful highball is whiskey, carbonated water, and ice cubes. Now, in many countries, serving ice cubes is a little bit frowned upon because the water quality is not good. However, in Japan, the water quality is quite high, such are the ice cubes, and even in the busy city of Tokyo, you can actually drink the tap water, so it's safe to drink. Oh,
たせしました。ご堪能で。
うわ、美味しそう。これグルテンフリー。
そうです。
ハイボールと合いますか？
あります。
オッケー、いただきます。Since we're talking about alcohol in this video, just a little reminder to drink responsibility, know your limits, always make sure you have some water with it, and maybe some food, so you don't overdo it, and just drink enough so you enjoy it. As you know, Japan is very good at picking up one thing and making it even better. And so Japan has done that with ice cubes. There are normal ice cubes that you can just serve. There are also high-class ice cubes that you serve professionally at bars, restaurants, and such. And the difference is that these ice cubes, they melt slower. And that means that your drink will not get diluted as quickly. Also, the temperature will be different, and the flavor actually doesn't get diluted either. Look, now finally we can see the ice again. And it's still mostly intact.
In this episode, we find out a lot about Ninja Ice and Japanese highballs. Next time, we are allowed to visit a legendary bar in Yokohama, which is run by a gentleman that knows everything around the topic. He serves the perfect highball of Yokohama and will share some facts about his trade. What's more, he will also share with us his secret highball recipe. So stay tuned and see you in the next video.